Hi, Tina here with Farm Transcription Services as well as my Office Owl. I wanted to quickly go live and do a video to kind of update the about my experience right now with the EIDL loan. So I did just recently, a few minutes ago, talk about the We're All In grant. That was a grant specifically for Wisconsinites. So I figured I'd keep these two topics separate as the EIDL is federal as opposed to the state grant. Uh, so the saying goes, no news is good news, but I feel like in this situation, no news is very frustrating because it's definitely been a journey trying to figure out what information that the SBA needs from me in order to qualify for the EIDL. Now, I've been a solopreneur for over 20 years. And so I feel like there shouldn't be an issue with me qualifying. I file taxes every year with the CEZ form. And yeah, so it's been quite the journey. I at first I didn't even realize that there was a grant part of it. I thought that it was only loans, and I didn't want to take out a loan. But once I heard that it was there was a grant piece to it, I did apply back in May when it opened back up for just agriculture. I thought, okay, it's my birthday. I'll get my application in and, kind of see what happens. And then when the funding came through and the SBA opened it to everybody again, um, I immediately, well, quite quickly, got an email that said, "Hey, we do have your application. You don't need to do anything else. We'll take care of it." That was in June. So then, as people were saying, "Hey, I got my money in a day. I got my grant in 2 days," I was like, "Oh, this is going to move quite quickly." But then on the 17th, I got an email that said they needed more information from me. They needed me to update my application. That's fine. Okay, so I go in, and basically the only thing I needed to update was what's my name, what's my bank account. Okay, seemed easy enough, right? And I keep hearing that, the process is so simple for everyone, and um I'm waiting and waiting. And then it was on the 20th, I believe, when I got an email from them, and it stated that there was unverifiable information, but you can submit the information they need so that you can be reconsidered. Okay, we have unverifiable information, but you can submit it so that you can have a redetermination. I didn't even know what to submit. So, of course, this video is kind of reaching out to all of you who also received this type of an email. What I did was I went ahead and I called the SBA, and I tried to get somebody on the phone to tell me what is the information that they couldn't verify. And the gal first told me, just wait a week and you'll be just fine. You'll hear something. And if you don't, then call back. And so, of course, then I waited and I didn't hear anything back. So then I call again. And here is possibly a tip for you. If you also received an email that said unverifiable information, call and ask to speak to someone in the Tier II Escalation Department. You still might not get any information as far as what's needed, but they might start to kind of point you in the right direction. They kind of said they were having issues with my bank account number, which I have no idea why they would, but that's kind of what she leaned towards. And so my first tip would be call and ask for the Tier II Escalation Department. Try to see if they'll give you some insights as to what information is missing. Then my second tip is to email according to what it says in the email, the PDCRECONS at SBA.gov. Email them, and in your email, don't forget to put in your email that you are requesting reconsideration. I'm not sure if these key words are going to make a difference, but just in case, I would make sure your email says you're requesting reconsideration. And then based on what they tell you when you try and when you do speak to someone in the Tier II Escalation Department, um, attach anything you think might help. That's the best advice I can give. And again, I still haven't heard back from them at this time. I haven't gotten a final denial letter. But here's the things that I sent. I sent a copy of this email that said there was unverifiable information. I requested in the email that they tell me what it is that they can't verify. And then I also explained that I am a small business owner and this is what I do. Here is even my website. So you can see that I am a small business owner. This is what I do. And then I also included attachments, a copy of my driver's license, a copy of a voided check so they can see if they're having issues with my bank account. Here is a voided check. It has the account number and routing number on it. And then I also attached 3 years of tax returns, which the gal at the escalation department told me would be a good idea to send them 3 years, the last 3 years of my Schedule C. So I just sent 17, 18, and 19 of my federal tax return, which includes my schedule. I do the CEZ, so it included those. And now, fingers crossed, I have no idea. Like I said, no news is frustrating because I've called the Tier II place twice and they just keep saying it's with the loan officer, it's with the loan officer. And apparently from, and you'll hear different things from different people. So it's hard to know what's exactly the truth, but they're saying that if you're not approved for the loan, then you're not going to get the grant. And I've heard other people say that they've got the grant, but they weren't approved for the loan. We're all in this together. And I just hope that, if you're struggling and you've applied for this EIDL loan, that you do get it, that it comes soon. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your business picks up and is successful the back half of 2020 and into 2021. Um, yeah, if you have any different experiences with getting this email that says unverifiable information, please, put something in the chat so we can kind of discuss it and maybe give each other some pointers and tips. In the description, I'll put the number that I was given for the Tier II Escalation Department, because when I first was calling the SBA directly, I kept getting hung up on. It sounded weird. They said they were having issues with their system, and I still never talked to a loan officer. I only talked to someone who basically could say, "Good luck." Sounds like you're trying to do what you're supposed to do, but I still suggest that you at least try to call there and see if they can give you any insights, and then email the email address with as much information as you think they might need that they weren't able to verify, so that you can finish the process and be approved and then get the funds that you need. So I just kind of wanted to pop in here. I know it's not any real great news or like definite things that you can do to help you out, but I just kind of wanted you to also know that you're not alone. There's a lot of us out here who are frustrated that didn't just get the money the next day and woohoo and everything's perfect. Some of us are struggling, but hoping that others have that success. I'm definitely happy that others, did have a really smooth transaction and process and were able to get the funds they needed immediately. But again, for those of you who didn't, you're not alone. And so hopefully we can kind of share a bit of information with one another to get that push the application through and get it processed, and that the SBA can get the information that they did need. Because again, it's frustrating when they say unverifiable information, but they can't tell you what it was that wasn't verifiable. That just doesn't seem, it seems kind of wonky to me. But anywhoozy, um, I hope that you're able to get this processed for yourself, and that you're able to get the grants and funds that you need to keep on moving forward, and have a good back half of 2020 and into 2021. So take care, and I'll see you soon.